Okay. Welcome back to Boruto Anime Review, episode 195. This time I'm reviewing the 195th episode of the series, Vase. Picking up not long after the events of last week's episode, where you have Naruto and Kawanaki take a stroll on village. We do see a little bit of Boruto in this episode. Oh, in case you're curious, though, about Boruto and his screen time in this episode, like, did he trim down his appearances from the manga itself? Like, did he appear a lot more in the chapter? No. The amount of time that he spends in this episode, that's exactly how much time he spends in the manga. So, no real change there. You see him just roughly 3 times the whole episode. First, you see him when he comes home early. Yes, comes home early. Just to see, just checking everybody, and because he forgot something, he goes like, "Where's?" He's asking where Naruto is. Oh yeah, I think Kawanaki off for a walk, and you see him later on the end of the episode, and that's it for him. The whole episode, the start of the series, reduced to a bookend appearance. Now usually when it is in this anime, this is usually done in original episodes. Usually a lot of the time when they focus on different characters, not Boruto himself. So, you have Boruto and Kawanaki making 4 stops in this episode. The first stop is basically a stop in the middle of the road, where Kawanaki looks to his right, and actually to his left, and he sees the Hokage Mount. And of course, Naruto gives basically a brief explanation about the Hokage Mount that's part of the village. Now, this particular moment is actually complete anime original. Yeah, complete and original. And then right after this, they stop by a teriyaki stand. Now, there is a change here, believe it or not. Yep, this whole scene is, most of it is a mix between original content and actual canon content. Now, in the manga, just Satoru is here. Just Satoru's teriyaki stand. In the anime, they added Chocho, which, why not? Because here's the thing, she's actually not in this chapter at all. Nope. This brief one scene appearance by her is complete anime original. Even though, yes, she is technically a canon character. And basically they're here because she wanted to buy some teriyaki now teriyaki, in case you know what the heck that is, it's kind of like ice cream, but it's basically in the form of a fish. By the way, not the first anime I've seen that used this. The only anime I could think of where they use this particular sweet in it has been Tokyo Ghoul. Both in the anime, the manga, and the live-action film used this. Oh yes, the live-action film had this particular thing used. As far as I can tell, I can't think of any other anime that basically had this in it. There might be some other anime, I don't remember. These two I can think of, off the top of my head, Tokyo Ghoul is the only one I can think of that has teriyaki. Go. That one led to a fight scene. And of course, Kawanaki gets chocolate. Okay. And Chocho ends up getting 6 of a bunch of flavors. And of course, Naruto's like, "What do you want?" It's like, "Oh, okay, it's probably she said, oh, you want." Yeah, so she takes him home to her father, and she just, "Say, have the Choji for me." He's like, "Yep." Of course, him and Choji are good friends. Nice mention of Choji, a character not even... Yeah, that line, mentioning about Choji, because Choji was here, gotta mention Choji, and even though he's not in the episode, it's completely original content, but it's great. And then we have Satoru walking with Naruto and Kawanaki. And of course, she offers to buy her food, of course, back and forth. This is a similar scene in the manga, not much change here. And of course, the kid bumps into Kawanaki. There is a slight change here because it's actually some wording here. Because Naruto says he basically actually bumped into him. Now, he does the same exact thing he did in the manga, where his hand basically transforms. And of course, I mentioned about teaching him life lessons, like some words were basically very dangerous. Of course, he politely leaves. And they continue walking again. And then they stop by Ano's shop. Yes, this is another one of canon content in this episode. And this scene is mostly complete canon stuff. Not really much change here. Yeah, not much change here. But mostly for this, basically, Boruto's asking Ino to keep an eye on him, keep a sensory. It's like, okay. Now, that's mostly similar to what we're doing with the manga, but not carbon copy, but at least I praise that. Like, okay. So they have to get a vase, and of course the vase does break, just like in the manga. It does the same thing, because, well, he's basically traumatized. Now, they did change the position. The camera position, basically, for this moment, where you have Naruto hitting Kawanaki. In the manga, it's a complete mirror image, where Kawanaki's on the left and Naruto's on the right. In the anime, Naruto's on the left, Kawanaki's on the right. And then they go home, and then, of course, well, then Boruto just gives him something in his hand, and of course, well, he gives basically a vase to replace, well, the one he broke a couple episodes back. So he mentions, oh yeah, he gives him something in his hand, super glue to fix the vase he broke. Nice day bar replacement vase, and then the episode ends quite interestingly by having you have Delta and Kanji Koji just preparing into the village. Of course, they mentioned though that the sensory unit has been keeping a lot of, well, they basically beat the security because of Kara. And then we see Kanji Koji slip right through the net, no problem. Well, in case you're curious though, why the heck he's able to do it? Well, they don't give a proper explanation for this until actually just very recently. Oh, if you're curious though about Kanji Koji, here's a spoiler for you. He's a clone of Jiraiya. I am not kidding about that. He is a clone of Jiraiya. And Delta, she of course has a good reason. Now, it's not revealed here. It's not revealed later on in the manga that he is a clone of Jiraiya. I mean, look at him. He's definitely Jiraiya. Just through the mask is freaking Jiraiya. Yeah. And it's like, how the heck to get their hands on his DNA? That's particularly quite strange. But that's a question for another time. But yeah, that's particularly it for this particular review. And that's pretty much it for videos today. I don't have any videos planned for today. So stay tuned. Well, in the case next couple of days, I have no major videos planned. Because no new anime. The only video you might see tomorrow is, well, unless of course not anyways, maybe in our comic corner, but that's simply it. Because I plan tomorrow to watch the Justice League, the Zack Snyder's Justice League cut. Yeah, I plan to watch that tomorrow. Why? Because I don't have time to watch it tonight. Because if I did, it won't be until almost 1 a.m. at this moment, basically, to finish watching it. So, I'd rather watch it tomorrow, okay? This video. Bye.